Okay, welcome back to KC's Beer Room. Coming up on tonight's show, we've got a brand new beer from Little Creatures, everyone's favourite pale ale, Little Creatures. We've got their American Dark Ale. It's their Cascadian Nights. It's coming in at 5.4% at a 375ml can. I'm KC, this is KC's Bar. You're in the beer room, this is the Big Beer Show. The Big Beer Show, and tonight we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Give it a smell. Yeah, it smells like beer. Right, so like I said, we're going to be drinking from Little Creatures, their Cascadian Nights American Dark Ale. And we might just have a little bit of a talk about when things go wrong at work, when you get the shits and you wish you weren't there. So, like I said, we've got Little Creatures. Let's put the beer goggles on. I think this is brand new. Can't be sure. I've looked on the internet and on Little Creatures website. There's the can. I've looked on Little Creatures website and they don't mention this beer on there. I looked on Untapped, it wasn't on there either, but they say an American Dark Ale. Well, what it is, it's a beer that's not quite a stout, it's quite not a porter, it's a mixture of different things. I don't know, did you get a good look at that? It's got the Cascadian, is that Mount Rainier? Mount Rainier, that's in the Cascade Mountains. The Cascade Mountains are in the northwest of Northern America. Rome coming down from British Columbia, down through Washington, Oregon, and into Northern California. Mount Rainier is the highest mountain. It's about 15,000 feet. Do you remember the Mount Rainier, the Rainier beer? Back in the, well, I don't know, late 90s, mid 90s, there was a beer called Rainier. Cheap as shit, went down like a cheap as shit as well. The Rainier. Anyway, so we'll pour this one into the glass. Like so. So, what do we got? We got a tightly packed head. Light tannish colour head. If you look at that, hopefully you can see it. It's a very orange tint of darkness there. There's a lot of orange coming through. It's like a Diet Coke, Dr. Pepper's. I don't know. It's almost ginger ale-ish. But anyway, so I don't work Fridays. Sometimes they ask me to go in. I go in, I do them a favour. I don't want to go in. They don't care about the money. They don't care about the overtime. But I go in to help them out. I go in today and it's just a shit fight. They give me the worst freaking jobs you could possibly do. I'm only there to 12. I only do 6 hours when I go in, 6 till 12. And they give me the worst freaking jobs. I lose my shit. I start telling him, I don't even know who he is. He's our production scheduler. I tell him, look mate, fuck off. Fuck off. Just leave me alone. It's 11:30. You've dumped this shit job on me. I'm going home in half an hour. You've just ruined my Friday. Does that ever happen to any of you guys? Seems to happen a lot about at our work. But anyway, that's my problem. It's not your problem. You're here to see a beer. So, we'll give it a snifferoonie. Not a lot going on there, but I get a bit of roasty malt type smell. Very light though, roasted malt smell. They did say it on tap that they can use because caramel malts. Yeah, it's not like a strong, over the top, roasty sort of smell. A little bit fruity, like dark dried fruit, sort of like a fruit cakey smell. So that's the Snatch. We'll get it down the hatch in a second. We'll just give it a bit of a read what they say on the back of the can. They say, winter in the Cascade Mountains are dark, wet and full of mystery. Just like this brew, balancing sweet and tasty malts with the citrusy, piney and resinous flavours of the Pacific Northwest hops, this American Dark Ale tantalises the taste buds and warms the wildest of winters. This bold and bewildering ale, inspired by the land of dark and rain, has been brewed to be savoured in similar conditions. Well, I'll be the judge of that. So Little Creatures is owned by the Wine Group. It's 5.8%. That's a whopping 5.8%. It does say at the top there, single batch. I don't know if you can read it, single batch. So maybe that's why you can't find it on their website. It is in a 375ml can, so let's have a taste. Oh yeah, there's a big hit of sweetness there. Sweet, and sweeter. It's the sweetest dark ale I've ever tried. That's quite sweet. Toasty malt, citrusy, piney and resinous. Well, it's not like a West Coast IPA with big hit of hop, pininess, or resinous. It's a very mild, if any at all. Like a little light bitterness. It's not overly bitter either, but what it does do, it does leave a nice sweetness in the mouth. A nice tangy, citrusy feel to the mouth. Oh, it's quite enjoyable. Much more sweeter than a Tooheys Old, which is an Australian dark ale. What else? I saw on Untappd, they call these either a black IPA as well sometimes. About a black IPA from Dayton somewhere. Up here you won't be able to see a black IPA from Dayton's up there. Yeah, it's very sweet, but it is quite warming as well. That 5.8%, it's not really kicking in like with that warmth, but it is warm. It's not hot, it's just warm. 5.8%, you're not really tasting it either, so that could be dangerous. Lucky I've only got 4, I've got 1 left, so I've already had a couple of the night. Yeah, so it's like a bit of a fruit cake, a light fruit cake flavour, tangy at the end, beautiful in the mouth. It just lingers and lingers and lingers in that mouth. Quite nice. So that's I hope that was comprehensive enough for you to want you to go out and buy one of these. I saw him in Uncle Dan's. I think it was about $24. So what's that? 4 6s are 24, so $6 a can. Bit of lacing around the glass at the top there. Bit of lacing. Look, I don't think I would buy them again, but it's worth having a try. I did want to have a fire out the back and sit around that fire, but all the wood was just too wet. The fireplace was just full of water. So we're in the beer room once again. So look, I don't mind it. I'll give it a rating. I'm going to give it 2.7498. 2.4798. That's the postcode of Cascade Mountains. And in the KC's beer room scale, I'll give it a bloody good beer. It's a bloody good beer. It's whatever I said in the 5 scale. Coming up soon, we're going out on the road. We're going on a road trip. We're going to Penrith. Yes, we're going back to Penrith. Let's hope we can get out of there alive. What we're going there for? Think it's beers, beats, and barbecues. So there's a few breweries down there I see on the intranet. There's Rusty Penny, there's Akasha, there's maybe a couple of others that I can't remember at this point. But that's coming up in about 3 weeks' time. So look forward to doing that, getting out, walking around, tasting the beers, having a bit of a look at the barbecue, eating some good brisket and watching some local music. Beautiful. Okay, so that's all we got for tonight on KC's Beer Room. When you have a shit day at work, you come home, you drink a shit beer. I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to start drinking Jimmy's and watch the football. So you all get down there. You all get a Little Creatures American Dark Ale Cascadian Nights up ya. And as usual, right. Stop recording. It works when you say start recording, but it doesn't work when you say stop recording. It just keeps recording. Bloody hell. Technology of today.